These two equations simply ask you to solve for x, which whenever we hear the word solve for x, that always means get x by itself, which means get x as with a coefficient of 1, which we already have, which is great. So we just have to perform some basic equation principles, which is, how do I get the x by itself? Well, since I have a positive 3/5, I need to get rid of that, and I do that by adding the opposite, because 3/5 plus a negative 3/5 is 0. And the basic equation principle is, if you add something to one side of an equation, you must add it to another. So the actual answer to this problem is going to be x equals 5/7 plus a negative 3/5. So we need to do that problem. That's the problem for this. And so what we do is we look at a common denominator. So a common denominator between 7 and 5 is 35, because they're relatively prime, and so we just multiply those together. What I like to do is just this, which is write out the denominator first. Then I ask myself the question, in the first equation, the first fraction, what did I multiply by 7 to get 35, which was 5? So I have to multiply the 5 by that as well. So my new fraction is 25 over 35. And then what did I multiply by 5 to get to 35? Well, it's 7, so I multiply the negative 3 by 7, I get negative 21. Now the problem is easy. 25 plus negative 21 is 4 over 35. And that's your answer. If you want, you could go back and check it. 3/5 plus 4 over 35, well, that would be 21 over 35 plus 4 over 35, which is 25 over 35, which does equal 5/7. Okay, the next problem, similar type problem. Again, on this one, we're going to be adding a negative 2 1/4 to both sides, because that cancels that out. So our problem is this, and I like to change them to mix improper fractions, so I'm going to do that as I go. 1 5/6 is the same as 11 over 6. And then we're going to add that to a negative 2 1/4, which is the same as a negative 9/4. Common denominator, well, we could use 24, because 6 times 4 is 24, but hopefully you recognize that 6 goes into 12, and so does 4. So our best denominator is 12. So what do I multiply by 6? Well, I multiply by 2, so 11 times 2 is 22. I multiply the 4 times 3, so I have to multiply the negative 9 times 3, so it's plus a negative 27. So 22 over 12 plus negative 27 over 12, well, 22 plus negative 27 is a negative 5. So it turns out to be negative 5/12. So your answer is x equals a negative 5 over 12.